Hello everyone, it's me again, Charles Norman, Sports Solutions LLC, the creators of AthleticSOS. Okay, so this one, I think I'm on number 16 in this series of 52 little known, kind of hidden ways for you to move forward in the line and give yourself the best opportunity to get an athletic scholarship. And this one I've kind of talked about before, but remember in this series, I'm talking about things, I'm adding on to each one of them to try to tell you why this could be a huge difference for your kid. Now, one of the things that happens when people use AthleticSOS, we give you, you give your, the sports you play, the level you think you participate, NCAA Divisions 1, 2, 3, NAIA, even junior college, community college opportunities, right? And then we use your grades, your GPA, your SAT scores, and we kind of match up. We show you the list. We don't tell you where to go. We don't go fix it. We're not a recruiting service. We want you to do some of your own homework. Hopefully, you already have some schools looking at you, and then our schools can be an extra backup. Maybe you'll find something that makes sense for you. Our whole goal, everything that we do, is for you to leverage your athletic ability to go on to lead a remarkable life. And that's all I talk about all the time. So here's one that's kind of a secret. When you look at that list that we create for you, you'll start to look at some schools and you'll click on them and you'll go in and we'll give you all this additional information about the school. Some of the information we give you is the coach contact information. And in there, sometimes what you'll see is TBA, to be announced. That means, and we always do, it usually happens in the one that we do in the spring. So we do a update in the spring and then we do another one right before high school starts again. The one in the spring is always interesting to me because from the fall year at the college and the winter months at the college, we get a lot of what we call TBAs. It means that school, that college coach has moved on. Now, it could be they got fired. It could be that they went on for a different opportunity. We don't know why, but that coach is there. And then the other coach hasn't been put in their system. We don't see it. So we don't have it there. That other coach is not there at that moment. And so these are some rare opportunities because usually, and I can tell, most people don't even bother to click on to find out anything else about the school because down below, we have another set of links in there that will take you, one of them will take you to that sports page at that college. And so nobody clicks on those links for TBA for the most part. For the most part, some people do, but very seldom. And I just think that's a missed opportunity for a lot of people because there could be a variety of reasons that coach left that program. And one of the reasons could easily be that a new coach is coming in that could be a great opportunity, especially at the D1 level. This could be a great opportunity for you. Now, here's the other piece of this secret. One of the other things I do if you're using our software is I talk about looking for schools. When you're looking for colleges and you get this list of schools, you're looking for schools who finish in the top half of their conference every year. This is really important to me through the years. This has been really important to me because what it shows is at least those teams are getting to the playoffs, right? You want to be and be able to get to the playoffs. You don't want to go and play at college and they're year after year after year, they're in the bottom half of their conference. Because to me, that indicates that school's not putting the effort in because they're not changing their coach out. They're not going after the better players. Their program, there's something broken there. It's not that important to them. You do not want to go to a school where the athletic program is not that important and you want to go there to play because it's a long, arduous season, even for the kids that aren't winning, even for the teams that aren't winning. And to go through all of that and not be winning, that's always been my mantra. Go with the teams that year after year. They'll fall off every now and then. For the most part, though, they year after year, they're in the top and they get to the playoffs. And then somewhere in the last 5 to 7 years, they should have at least won it or been in the championship game. And this takes a little bit more research than most people want to do. But if you find that, and I'm telling you guys this from my heart, if you go to a school, I don't care what division level it is or whatever it is, that has a winning tradition, that likes to win at your sport, or even at the other sports, and they always come close, they're always in the playoffs, and they've got a couple of conference banners, it is a great place to be. Winning the conference for college is huge. It's huge. I know you're not on, maybe you don't make the NCAA television shows and get into the big tournament or whatever it is. But if you can win your conference, it makes a huge thing in that community, in that conference, and then in your life. You're around a bunch of winners. So here's the other piece of this that I think is important. As we move forward, I haven't really put out a lot on other stuff. I've just been doing this series lately because I'm waiting for the House versus the NCAA settlement to come through. I need to see the details of it before I start talking about it. But it is the big shift, and it is the shift moving forward. And so not only is the NCAA changing completely, I think it's going to trickle down to the NAIA and even how the junior colleges, and I'll talk about that as we move forward. But even bigger than that, um, the world is going to change on you. All of this stuff, you know, I go to all of these different conferences. I'm just having a ball doing it this year. I've been to robotics conferences. I've been to AR, VR conferences. I've been to AI conferences. I've been to anything that I can see that's going to change the future. Particularly, I'm looking for things involved with sports when I go to these things. I ask questions about that, how it's going to affect it, things like that. But the world is changing, and what the world is looking for now are people who think outside the box. You guys know my favorite shirt that I usually wear as we're getting warmer. I'm going to start wearing it a little bit more out here, is the shirt that says imagination, curiosity, dreaming, daydreaming, and effort. Those things are going to be the people that are going to move forward. It was funny, as I started getting more and more into AI, I've been in the technical field forever. I saw this coming like probably 15, 20 years ago. They were already talking about how AI was going to take over, probably longer than that. And so, but it always seemed to me that it was going to take people's jobs, right? That's one of the things I was always concerned about. But I'm coming around to the other side now. I think it's going to create more jobs. The more I get into these inflection points in the world, big change, the industrial age, the steam engine age, things like that, it actually creates more jobs. They're just different jobs. And so this is where the opportunity here with AI is that anybody can be anything. You can create anything because you've got a partner that you don't have to go and try to convince to work with you. You don't have to have all of these degrees. You don't have to have anything other than the ability to open up your computer and ask a few questions to an AI system. And it will walk you through. It will help you get to where you need to get to. But you have to have an idea. You have to have some curiosity. And I believe this. You have to have some assets, something that some people can be assets, money can be assets, influence can be assets. All of these things can be assets. And if you're an athlete, you have an advantage over everyone else because you're around all of these things. You have access to all of these things. And so I think this is an opportunity for you guys in the future to start thinking a little bit outside the box. Now, here are the things to be careful of. If the school, like I said, is always in the bottom half of the conference, that coach may have left just because of frustration, like they're not getting the support they need. So you need to do a little bit more digging. You don't know who that coach is, but sometimes when we have TBA, by the time you look at it, the new coach is there. We just haven't done an update. Now you can go and look, and you can see who that new coach is. Just go, when you go to the college's site, go look at your sport and see if they've announced, or just look at the general page for the sports program. See if they announced a new coach. Go do some research, see who it is. And here's another piece on this. If you've been really good in the high school world and you've done what we've been telling you to do and get to know the people around you that play your sport that are really, really good, that you've connected with them in some way, you guys can go as a team, as a group, and you guys can say, hey, 3 of us go over there together, we can put this school on the map. Maybe they're in the bottom half sometimes. Maybe they creep in and out very, very seldom. Maybe they haven't never won the championship there. This could be an opportunity for you to go somewhere and bring that program up because you're coming with a group that complement each other, that you guys work together. You've been in some all-star games, some tournaments, some travel club program together, and you see an opportunity. Now, if you already have something going on, some schools want you, by all means, go that direction. I'm just throwing this out here as an extra. I think the future comes for the bold. The future is going to reward the people that step outside. For you to do great things, you're going to have to take some risks. And so this could be one of them. I am not encouraging this. If you've got a school that's always in the top part of that conference, it's a great school to go to, by all means, go that path. Don't forget the last thing about this I want to talk about. That is that the transfer portal is here now. Otherwise, I wouldn't even bring this up. If you really got there and it was really horrible and you got stuck and it was a bad situation, you could always go into the transfer portal and get out of that situation. So I'm just throwing out this as an extra. And it's especially important for those of you that got stuck, that you thought you had something lined up and that coach or that school backed out on you. Then you definitely want to think about this TBA, look in there. Use AthleticSOS. It is no cost to you guys. I don't understand. I can tell you guys right now, I see the people that watch the videos. I see the people that I talk to. I can talk to an entire team. The coach takes on the program, and out of those 10, 15 kids that are on that team, maybe 5 will actually go take a look at the software. They always think something's wrong. I'm up to something. I'm not up to anything. I promise you, I do not sell your information. I definitely don't sell your kids' information because we don't ask for it in the system. We do ask for the first name, but you don't have to tell us anything else you don't want. You can put initials for the first name. The reason we ask for that is because we also have within the system a way for you to contact and send your profile out to the college coaches. That's the only reason we ask for it. I don't sell, even the people I partner with, they all get on my case about it. They go, you got all this data, you got all these kids in your system. I go, those are our kids. And then we're going to start advertising some stuff that we really believe in as we move forward with some of our partners, but I do not give them your data and your information. I just don't do it. So feel comfortable working with us. And then we got a lot of cool stuff coming up I'm working on, and I want you guys to be a part of where we're going. So if this makes sense to you, what we're trying to do, that we're going to leverage your athletic ability to lead a remarkable life, that is all we're trying to pull off here. And so I hope the best for you guys in all your endeavors, everything you want to do in life, and we want to be a part of that. We want you to tell your story so the kids coming behind you can learn their story, can learn your story, and it kind of inspires them and makes them move forward on what they're trying to accomplish. They need to see the good and the bad of this world that you're living in, the practices, the timeout, the workouts on your own, the nutrition, the going to school, the pressure on you as an athlete, especially a really good athlete that can play at the next level, the pressure on you, the pressure on your parents. All of this stuff is super duper important because people need to know they're not alone on this journey. All right, guys, as always, best of luck to you in all your endeavors, and we'll talk to you next week.